Hi guys, John with you. Just doing a quick update now on the Italeri T-55 Iraqi Army Gulf War 25th Anniversary Special Edition. Now when I did the inbox review of this, I just looked over the kit, looked at the parts, looked at the pieces and said, you know, they're reasonably good, reasonably okay, hope it fits together okay. Well, that's where my sort of shall we say, mojo kind of started to leave me when I started to assemble it. Where do we begin? Start off first, you to assemble the wheels. No real problems with them, just little bits of flash to be cleaned off around and things like that. On these suspension arms, there was tons of cleanup to be done. They were just badly moulded, horribly moulded. A lot of clean-up, scraping to be done to get down to the detail that was there, what little detail there was. But anyway, I got it all on, and on these going into the holes, they have a little extra piece, you know, so it kind of clicks in and can only go in that position. So, you know, you can't have it up too high or down too low, supposedly. So I attached them all, glued them into position. Had them all on, and next step was the tracks. So I got the tracks out, and I laid out the track, and I cleaned it off first, and I laid it out and things like that. And for one, it's horrible. It's horrible track. It doesn't fit together easily, you know, even though I got a kind of a bend on it there. You know, it'll do. It'll just about do. It'll do for what I'm going to use it for. But if you want it as a display model, they're rubbish. They're just. If you wanted a nice T-55 for display, don't get this kit. Do not get this kit. This is a piece of shit, to be quite honest with you, lads. I had originally planned to do it as a, you know, invasion of Kuwait, tank moving in, still, you know, a bit battered, but workable and in use, because, I mean, they were sort of T-55s, you know, they weren't exactly new tanks to begin with. So, I put all the wheels on, like I said, you know, painted up the tub so the wheels could go on and things like that, so I get all that weathered and everything else in behind the wheels, so the tracks and all that. And then I looked at it, and the wheels had that some are up and some are down. I went, what the fuck? And all these little arms here, like I said, had a little peg in them, so they can only go in the one way. So I said, well, maybe there's a kind of a thing in the track. When I got the track out, yeah, you can do that with the track, because it's so bloody fragile, things like that. You can do it like that, but you're set then that it has to be like that, if you know what I mean. You can't be lying flat. I kind of started getting angry with it then. Caught it, just chucked it into the box and left it. Left it for about 2 days. I haven't touched it. And over the last 2 days I started getting, you know, ideas for it. So grand, okay, I can't do it like that. It'll have to be a destroyed Iraqi tank. So I said, I try to fix these things here. I took off the wheels. Some of them, kind of, the connection broke when I'd taken them off, but whatever I did, I couldn't take off the suspension arms without cutting them off and then having to reposition them, and I'd never get it right and things like that. And the tracks then were just rubbish anyway, so I said, okay, she's going to be a knocked out tank. She's have to be knocked out. So I started working then away on these, and I've got the drive sprocket all damaged. So what I did was I cut it, twisted it, and when I twisted it, where the piece is just about to pop off, big dollop of super glue in there. So now that is solid like that. Even though it looks as if it's just going to fall off, that's actually quite solid. So there's the broken drive sprocket. Being an engine, there's going to be an engine fire, so the back section at this side here is going to be all burnt and destroyed and things like that. Whereas the front section isn't going to be too bad, too damaged. What I did was I used the Dremel with a sanding bit at the end of it. Sanded off all the rubber from the tires, because they're, you know, once there's a fire, first thing to go will be the rubber of the tires with the heat. Excuse me. And then the metal starts to distort, and it does actually go like that. I looked at loads of pictures and things like that, so I might have to do that to these two, because this one sort of enjoyed the heat a bit too much, shall we say. But I'm gonna, you know, it's going to be on a dial base anyway, and it's going to be kind of embedded in, so it's kind of a sandy emplacement. With this side here with the tracks, I'm just going to kind of fit the tracks as best as I can. Where I can't get the tracks to, you know, go nicely, mold nicely, or whatever, I can cover with sand, or I'm thinking of doing a camouflage net, you know, kind of over that side of it. And this side is going to be just damaged track and stuff. So I said, okay, I'll go on with the rest of it then anyway. So I started working on the top of it. Decided I'm going to have the hatches open, but when you look in, there's going to be nothing there. So I'll show you. Put that on like that, and cover, you can see right in. So I'm going to build up something in around here. It's not going to be sort of scratch building seats and things like that. It's just going to be something in there, so when you look in, it's going to be all blackened out and burnt out looking anyway. So it doesn't have to be kind of detail, but I'm sure I'll find a seat or something in there that I can, you know, when you look in, you'll see kind of the back of a seat or something like that burnt out. With the fuel cans, I did a little bit of detailing on them. I've added the fuel lines up over and into the engine. I've added them onto that. With the back here, I've cut this one off. I'm in the process of cut out this one. I'm going to mount a plate just a little bit further back on this, so it's back a bit. And show you, if I can show you, just even with just a bit of track, and then cover it then with some mesh stuff that I have here left over from the JGSDF thing. So I'm going to use some of that in there to like that, so you can see through it. And I'm going to have it on this side here, which is going to be the damaged side. I'm going to have it cut and damaged and sort of poking up and around, so I can sort of rust it and, you know yourself, just damage it all up a bit. The front fender, I have it thinned out and all damaged. I thinned it out using the old trusty Dremel again. Thinned it out from the back and just took a big major chunk off that. And this side is just chipped, damaged. I want to make it, I'm going to change it a bit. It just doesn't look quite natural enough yet. But there's more damage to be done to it. I didn't want to do too much damage before I go fitting, because you go melting places, things like that, and then go try to fit it and it won't fit properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it all up first and then damage it after it, as much as I can get done before it's all together. But I don't want to, you know, damage the structure by melting or damaging a piece in the wrong way. So that's where I am, that's what I'm doing with it. Like I said, if you want to go off and get yourself a nice T-55 kit, don't buy this one. If you want to do a T-55 that's been burnt out and destroyed, buy this one, because it's about all it's really good for. It's very, very low on detail. There's no tow cable. Lots of the little things, just, you know, handles molded onto it. I'm gonna have to, you know, cut that off and put a handle on, and they're just, it's just very basic, very, very basic in its detail, and not only that, it doesn't even kind of the fit isn't all that great either. So we'll continue on with it. We'll get something out of it, says you. What, I don't know, but we'll get something. So stay tuned for the next update, and we'll see what we've done to it. So catch you up on that one, lads. Stay safe, be nice to each other, and don't forget, go buy a model and build it.